All right, time now for the online brief. The website is www.citizentv.co.ke, the only website that has DVR capabilities on their live stream. That means that when you have our live stream, you can, in case you missed something, even yesterday's news, you can rewind it and scroll up to that time. As you can see, that was the beginning of our breakfast news earlier at 6 a.m. You can pause that live stream, and then you can also forward. That brother over there looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. You can go back to watching live. Let's take a look at some of the stories that are making headlines in the online brief. Today being World AIDS Day, UNICEF now says AIDS is now a top killer of African teens, and we'll be focusing on that conversation a little bit later on in Tegnin Jao. Now, as a child in Cameroon, this is a story saying somebody there never fell ill, so they have a case study of a child who never fell ill, and then finally he started feeling ill, exhibiting some symptoms, and he was very sad when he learned that he had AIDS, and he used to lock himself in the house. That is a case study of a child in Cameroon. Many more cases happen like that even in Kenya. We're going to be talking about some of that, what's happening, the prevalence so far, the situation so far in Kenya. So you want to join that conversation as early as now with your questions and comments. Like I've seen, our digital team has already asked what are your feelings and questions about HIV and AIDS. So the hashtag to use is Power Breakfast. All right, let's move on. And teens face challenges seeking HIV care. Again, another story about HIV and AIDS. On occasion, the World AIDS Day, certain groups are at high risk of HIV and AIDS in Kenya. They remain marginalized when it comes to accessing testing and treatment. Again, a case study of one Bernard Adede, who's 23, was born HIV positive, and his parents died shortly after. So Adede says that is how he's living so far. And if you want to find out and read more about that story, you can get it over there. Again, another HIV story there. Sex workers face human rights violations. That is according to a report. We'll be delving into a lot of these issues. And again, if you have questions on these same people, you can go ahead and talk to us. Again, 22422 is that SMS number. An Italian NGO doctor was killed in a Malindi robbery. An Italian doctor working for a children's charity in Kenya was killed, and 3 other Italians, including her parents, were injured in an armed robbery at a house they were staying in. That is what officials said on Monday. Her name, Rita Fosesca. She is 51 years old. More details on that, you can go ahead and read. Now, Conservatives in Parliament are forming a new party ahead of 2017 elections. Politics shaping up in the coast. A section of coast region members of Parliament formed a new political party. They're aiming at pushing their agenda ahead of the 2017 elections. Now, according to the MPs, the move is aimed at strengthening the region politically and giving them gaining power at a national level. We'll see how that pans out in terms of politics. MPs to forgo recess to approve EACC nominees. It's all about the Canada story done by Gadoni Jemima. The Parliament is ready to forgo its December recess to approve the names of commissioners appointed into the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission. That is according to Kanini Kega. He was speaking there, and of course we'll see how that happens. For Francis, a story, beautiful story. Interesting story there where Charles Odhiambo and Mutegi talked about it. He visits a mosque in the Central African Republic as he concluded his African tour, and it was good to see, a good picture to see everybody coming together in that nation that has a lot of rifts, and he was healing the rifts between Christian and Muslim communities that have been it's been a theme throughout his visit, really, as well. All right, of course, the story that is making headlines in sports, story done here by Benjamin Mafula. If you want a different perspective on it, as that was done by Bernard Dong, it's IAAF suspends AK President Isaiah Kiplagat and 2 others over corruption allegations. Like we said, this is a story that could potentially not just embarrass them, but embarrass Kenya. And over the next 6 months, they've been suspended for about 180 days. It will be very pivotal and important to see what comes out. And of course, our team of Bernard Dong, Michael Kinney, and Waiga Mora will be keeping tabs on this, and you'll be having an update on the same. All right, that's as far as the online brief is concerned. We remind you to download the Citizen TV News app. It is absolutely free. Go to Google Play Store if you have an Android phone. Go to App Store if you have an Apple phone. And you can download it also on your MacBook or your laptop or your PC. You can get stories there, save them offline so you can read them a little bit later on. You can stream live TV, like you said, you have DVR capabilities, and you can share the stories and comment on them. And also remember, you're joining a community of over 150,000 plus already downloads, and that is just on Android on Android alone. So go ahead and download it. Right, that's as far as the online brief is concerned. We now go to listen to the beautiful music from Hisia, and I'll be joining them a little later to find out more about them. For now, it's over to them. Good morning.